Hey, English learners! Welcome back to English You Never Learned.
The podcast that helps you improve your English in a fun and easy way. I'm Leo.
And I'm Emma. Today we're diving into a topic that's perfect for getting to know people and practicing your speaking skills, talking about your hobbies in English.
That's right. Hobbies are something we all have, and they're a great way to connect with others. When you talk about the things you enjoy, you're not just practicing English, you're sharing a piece of your personality.
Exactly. Plus, hobbies are a topic everyone can relate to. Whether it's reading, painting, playing sports, or just watching TV shows, everyone has something they're passionate about. So today, we'll share some ways you can talk about your hobbies in English, no matter what they are.
And we'll also talk about how to make your conversations more interesting by using descriptive language, asking questions, and adding a bit of personality to your speech.
Sounds fun, right? So let's jump in.
First off, let's talk about how to introduce your hobbies in English. It's one of the easiest and most natural things to say when you meet someone. So, let's imagine you're meeting a new friend. You can start by saying something like, "I really enjoy," or "My favorite hobby is."
Exactly. For example, you could say, I really enjoy reading books. Or, my favorite hobby is playing basketball. It's simple, but it's a great way to start a conversation.
Yes. And you can also make it more personal by explaining why you enjoy it. For example, "I love reading books because it helps me relax and escape into another world." Or, "I enjoy playing basketball because it's a great way to stay active and spend time with friends."
Exactly. Adding a personal reason or a detail about your hobby makes the conversation feel more authentic. You're not just listing what you do, but you're also giving insight into your personality and interests.
Another great way to talk about your hobbies is to ask questions. When you ask someone else about their hobbies, it keeps the conversation going and helps you learn more about them. For example, you can ask, "What do you like to do in your free time?" Or, "Do you have any hobbies you're really passionate about?"
Those are perfect examples. You could also ask something like, how did you get into that hobby? Or, what's the best part about your hobby? This shows genuine interest and opens up the conversation for more details.
And don't be afraid to follow up with more questions. If they tell you they love painting, you could ask, "What kind of paintings do you do?" Or, "What inspired you to start painting?" It makes the conversation more dynamic.
Definitely. When you ask questions, you can learn a lot about the other person's interests, and it also gives you more opportunities to practice your English. You get to use new vocabulary, ask for clarification if you don't understand something, and learn how to describe things more accurately.
Now, let's talk about describing your hobbies. The more descriptive you can be, the more interesting your conversation will be. For example, instead of just saying, "I like running," you can say, "I love running outside in the mornings because it makes me feel energized and it's a great way to start the day."
That's a great example. Being specific about the details really makes your hobby sound more exciting. You can talk about the feelings it gives you when you do it, how often, and even where you do it. For example, I'm really into cooking, especially making pasta from scratch on weekends with my family.
You could also use adjectives to describe your hobby more vividly. For instance, "I find painting incredibly relaxing," or "I'm passionate about photography because it allows me to capture beautiful moments." Adjectives like relaxing, passionate, and incredible give extra meaning to the hobby you're describing.
Exactly. And don't forget to add time expressions like I usually or I sometimes. You could say, I usually play tennis on Saturdays, or I sometimes go hiking in the mountains. It helps give the listener a better idea of your routine.
One thing I want to mention is that hobbies don't have to be just fun activities. Some people really enjoy hobbies that are more about learning, like studying languages or coding. You can say things like, "I enjoy learning languages because it helps me connect with people from all over the world." Or, "I'm really into programming because I like solving problems and creating new things."
That's a great point, Leo. Hobbies don't always have to be about sports or leisure activities. It's about what excites you and makes you feel happy. So, if your hobby is something like gardening, you could say, I love gardening because it's a peaceful way to spend time outdoors and take care of plants. Or if you're into photography, you could say, I enjoy photography because it lets me see the world from different perspectives.
Yes, and even if it's not a typical hobby, like playing an instrument or drawing, don't be afraid to talk about it. Everyone's hobbies are unique, and that's what makes the conversation interesting.
Okay, let's talk about how to keep the conversation going once you've shared your hobbies. The goal is to not just talk about yourself, but to engage the other person in the conversation as well. After you share your hobby, ask them about theirs. You can say, how about you? What do you like to do in your free time? Or, do you have any hobbies you're really passionate about?
And you can also talk about your shared interests. For example, if you both enjoy movies, you could say, I love watching action movies. What about you? Do you like action movies too?
It's a great way to build a connection. Finding common ground can help create a bond, and it also keeps the conversation going smoothly. If they say they like cooking, you could talk about the recipes you enjoy making, and you might even learn something new.
Yes, and you don't have to be shy about exploring the topic more. If they mention something like, I like traveling, you can ask, that sounds amazing. Where's the best place you visited? This encourages them to share more, and you get to practice more speaking.
All right, let's talk about expressing how much you enjoy your hobby. It's easy to just say, I like it. But if you want to sound more natural and enthusiastic, try saying things like, I'm really passionate about, or I've been doing this for years and I can't get enough of it.
Yes, if you're really excited about something, show that excitement in your words. For example, I absolutely love painting. It's such a creative way to express myself. Or, I'm totally obsessed with playing guitar. It's my favorite thing to do after a long day.
Using expressions like I'm obsessed with or I can't get enough of shows just how much you enjoy something. And it also helps to vary your vocabulary so you don't sound repetitive.
Finally, let's talk about sharing your future plans related to your hobby. For example, if you're into photography, you could say, I'm planning to take a photography class next month to improve my skills. Or, if you love playing video games, you might say, I'm looking forward to the new game release this weekend.
Talking about your future goals related to your hobbies is a great way to keep the conversation going and show enthusiasm. You could say, I really want to start knitting more often this winter, or I'm hoping to run a marathon next year.
And don't forget, hobbies often change over time. Maybe you've just picked up a new hobby, or maybe you want to try something new. It's okay to share that, too. You can say, I've just started learning to play the piano, and I'm excited to get better at it.
So there you have it, some great ways to talk about your hobbies in English. Whether it's describing what you do, why you love it, or how you plan to improve, it's all about expressing yourself and keeping the conversation flowing.
And remember, hobbies are a great way to get to know someone better. So don't be shy, use your hobbies to spark interesting conversations, and keep practicing.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's learning English. We'd love to help more people improve their speaking skills and talk about the things they love.
Thanks for listening, everyone. This was the English You Never Learned podcast. Until next time, keep speaking, and remember, share your hobbies with the world.
Bye, everyone!